showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
Well, I think that extra gear is coming, especially as we get further down the stretch when you're trying to build momentum for a playoff run.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson.
Here we go.
Dyson Daniels is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for the Hornets, Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Bridges. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this great, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Atlanta with the ball. It's a three-point game. Outside Daniel. Pass to Porzingis. 5 on the clock. And that one, good.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. Two things you like to see from Porzingis.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. I asked him about what could tip the balance in their favor tonight, and he said, quote, when Kristaps Porzingis is operating at a high level, it opens up their entire offense. The key for us is to keep Porzingis from having a major impact. If we can do that, it'll be our game to win. Back over to you guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
The first one falls.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Here's Alexander-Walker after Charlotte getting the 3. And it's blocked. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Miller. Bridges against Daniel. There's Ball with the 3. It's good from long range.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
Here's Reza Shea. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The Hawks again can't hit. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort, and let's give credit to the front office. This is exactly what they had in mind when they put this roster together. You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
Daniels a screen on Ball. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Alexander-Walker. Johnson finds Reza Shea. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Charlotte leading by 7. Here's Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Yeah, their activity and intensity at the offensive end really set the tone for the game.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Johnson outside. Pass to Rizichet. Kicks it out to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Atlanta again missing.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
Outside, ball. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Porzingis passes to Daniels. Back to Porzingis. The Hawks working the ball around. Alexander Walker with the ball. 17 points for him last game against Washington. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That sends Porzingis to the free throw line. That's on Miles Bridges. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Charlotte.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far? And it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiaries.
The Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Daniels. Alexander Walker finds Porzingis. Now Rizichet down to 5 on the shot clock. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, Johnson should get credit right there for staying ready and making himself available off the ball.
Miller outside. Pass to Bridges. The 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Bridges has got 5 now.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Now Rizichet. Still scoreless. Johnson can't hit. On the wing, Miller. He's covered by Daniels. Shots good by Miller.
Going deep in his bag there. Miller with the incredible crossover.
So it's Atlanta now, trailing here by 8. Alexander Walker passes to Porzingis. Here's Rizichet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. On the wing, Bridges. He's guarded by Johnson. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Alexander Walker passes to Porzingis. Shot to stop the run, and the layup is up and in. He's got 9. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They're leading by 8. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
And last season's most improved player. And Tim, I know you like this guy, Dyson Daniels, a rising player.
Well, Kevin, he is an elite defender, already one of the best we have in this league, and he's just getting started.
Now, here's Bridges. A 24-point outing in their last game against Denver. Miller, that's for 2. Can't nail the jumper.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Porzingis finds Johnson. Now Reza Shea, covered by Miller. Here's Alexander Walker. Knebel with the rebound.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Here's Reza Shea. Scoreless thus far. Johnson surveying the floor. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I really like when Johnson is finding his own offense like this, particularly when he's that close to the basket.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And some changes here for the Hornets. Diabate's checked in, and it's Colin Sexton in for Miller. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Jalen Johnson. Luke Kennard comes in for Zachary Reza-Shea. And Wallace subbed in for Dyson Daniel. Hornets leading by 8. Outside, ball to the inside. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Now we get a chance to check out LaMelo Ball. He's been a factor for them over the last month. And how about his top 10 ranking and free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Newell, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Alexander Walker. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Pass to Kennard. Wallace kicks to Kennard. Now, Alexander Walker. 5 to shoot. Here's Okongwu. It's blocked. Unhindered, going all the way. And Knebel slams it in.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They're firing on all cylinders, executing the game plan coming in.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you guys.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
Here's Newell. 11 points last game. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Kennard's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Knebel. Sexton against Okongwu. Knebel with it. He's got 5. Off target with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Newell, trailing by 10. Fades back. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Charlotte's gone 4 of 8 on their 3-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside. Here in the first quarter. Ball. He can't get it to go.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Here's Newell. Kennard for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Kennard's got it back down to single digits for the Hawks.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season their worst record in over a decade. We're hoping these new additions can help.
Now Okongwu, following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. Here's Alexander Walker. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now, here's Ball. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Count it.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. James comes in for Knipple. That's good from Ball.
And one of the true showmen in the league, LaMelo Ball is so much fun to watch. He can do anything with the rock and is always looking to make a highlight reel.
Here's Newell. Pass to Okongwu. Kennard for three. The shot, no good. Bridges up top. Good, and the assist goes to James. Bridges has got 9.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's Charlotte. They lead by 12. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Okongwu is out there with Newell. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Wallace in at the guard position. Here's Newell. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatchback pull-up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill. And then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
And he knocks down the first one. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Oh, free throws good from Okongwu. Here's Sexton. Still without a basket. Pass to Bridges. Back to Sexton. Over Wallace. The shot by Sexton, no good. The Hawks trail by 10. Okongwu dishes to Wallace. Now Johnson fires the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Johnson's got 8 points.
He typically does most of his scoring in the mid-range or at the rim, but Johnson's showing you right there he does have that kind of range to rely on as well.
Now here's Sexton. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And here is Wallace following Colin Sexton's 3.
That's as good as it gets. Woo!
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Bridges outside. Over Newell. Bridges misses. The Hawks trail by 8. Now here's Wallace. He has yet to score. From deep. Diabate grabs the board. The Hornets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Bridges outside. They set the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And they get it back. Newell pulls it in. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Lets it go from deep. A 3-pointer is right on target. And now it's only a 5-point Hornets lead.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for McNeil. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Krejci's checked in. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Diabate. On the wing, Bridges. Okongwu, the pass to Krejci. Here's Newell. He's got 7. Now Okongwu. Hawks passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown, Miller grabs the miss. Hornets leading by 5. Pass to Sexton. With some arc, and it's good on the layup. Sexton's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
To the paint, it's tipped. Bridges with the steal. And the layup is good. And it's a 9-point Hornets lead.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Now, here's Okongwu. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Sexton, the pass to Bridges. Back to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Sexton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Out to the right wing. Okongwu kicks to Kennard. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
Yeah, these games come down to making big plays in big spots, and they just didn't make enough of those.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Sexton with the bounce pass. Bridges, right side. Miller outside. And here's Kennard. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Wizards in Washington.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Now Sexton. He's got 8. Jacks up a 3. Charlotte no good that time either. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Newell. Here's Krejci. No good on the triple. Outside, Sexton. Back to Bridges. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
A dangerous score from just about every area. Bridges very good at capitalizing in a number of ways.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the Hornets. Salon's checked in, and it's Knipple in for James. Outside Daniels. Porzingis high post. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Porzingis has got 11 points.
A sensational shooter. Porzingis really is a unicorn.
So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals, and this young man's just getting started. Figures to be a problem for a long time.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 11. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Daniels. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Pass to Salon. Back to Ball. Charlotte moving the ball around. Miller with a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Hawks trail by 5. Porzingis passes to Alexander Walker. And here's Daniels. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Salon up again. Atlanta has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Now, here's Ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got 9.
So often, LaMelo is the setup man. There, he's on the finishing end.
Outside Daniel. Johnson outside. Outside Daniel. Pass to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Ball. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. It's a 5-point game. And it's Miller in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range. Atlanta's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Pass to Rizichet. It's rebounded by Salon.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking 2nd in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. Katangos checked in for Johnson. Outside Daniels. Right wing. Right side Porzingis. Back to Daniels. Porzingis with a screen on Ball. The Hawks again can't hit.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back to you.
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Now, here's Ball. He's got 9. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. Ball's got 11.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Porzingis inside. He's against Bridges. And it's Ricochet missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Ball with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb. And it's a 10-point Hornets lead.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you dedicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Let's first take a gander at the rest of the NBA schedule for the night and what's in store. Veering off topic a bit, I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been a lot of them. But I'll go with either Bird or Jordan, because trash talk is only good if you can back it up.
I really can't say because nobody talked trash to me. They were too afraid of the consequences.
Okay, now that's a lie, because I talk trash to you all the time, and I haven't seen any consequences.
Oh, just wait till the next break, buddy boy. Been saving up.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple. That's the group starting the second half for Charles Lee. Now here is Miller. Ball from long range. Johnson with the rebound. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
He gets it in there, and that's 15 points for Porzingis.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. Over Johnson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Hornets lead by 8.
Yeah, he goes to the fadeaway right there. I think he thought the defense was a little bit closer.
Johnson outside. There's the pick. Pass to Rizachet. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. In the third spot, the Hawks.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Bridges outside. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Left side, Ball. Just 5 on the clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And there's Bridges on the assist by Knipple. Knipple's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Daniel. Back to Alexander Walker. Johnson from outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Rizachet. Outside Daniel. Inside Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
Now here is Miller. He's got 7. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
The Hawks trail by 11. Bounce pass from Alexander Walker. Rizachet finds Alexander Walker. Fires for 3. The Hornets pull it in. Knipple's got 4 rebounds now tonight to the wing right side. Here's Ball. Pass to Knipple. Back to Ball. From outside the arc. Connects from 3-point range. Ball's got 17 now.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Here's Porzingis. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Miller surveying the floor. Now here's Ball. Defended by Alexander Walker. Now here's Ball. He's got 17. Can't connect from long distance.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Here's Rizachet. Nothing on the board. Pass to Daniel. And the shot is good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Knipple. Bridges outside. Good as the jump shot falls. Bridges has got 22 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Now here's Porzingis. 19 points in the game.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Pass to Miller for the three. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 13. To the middle, trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. He gets that one. Porzingis has got 12 points in just the second half.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Top of the key ball. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
So much drive in this game. Ball wants to beat you and make you feel it.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Miller. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 22 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Outside Daniel. Back to Alexander Walker. Here's Porzingis. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Katangos checked in for Rizachet. And here's Daniels. He's got 5. 5 on the clock. Driving the lane. Johnson from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists in the game.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Here's Knepel. 5 points in the game. Bridges, right side. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Bridges has got 14 points here in the second half.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Johnson kicks to Porzingis. Okongwu with a screen on Bridges. Porzingis can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Knepel. No good on the 3. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. Trailing by 13. That one good for 2. 6 points for Onyeka Okongwu.
But that's a nice look right there. You can run your offense through Johnson. He's that talented.
Charlotte moving it around. Outside, Ball. Back to Sexton. Offline with his 3. The Hawks trail by 11. Now Porzingis, 25 points in the game. Outside Daniel. Pass to Okongwu. Outside Daniel. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And that's what Porzingis has to do. Use his size and length on the offensive glass.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And some changes in for the Hornets. Diabate's checked in, and James subbed in for Knipple. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. On defense, the Hawks, 9-point game. Sexton for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Kennard. Puts up a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Kennard's got 8.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
And here is James. Now, here's Bridges. Outside, Ball. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And now, 24 points for LaMelo Ball.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Ball is with the ball. Guarded now by Sexton. Pass to Newell. Here's Okongwu. 6 points for him. Shot's good by Kennard.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now, here's Bridges. He's got 27.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
The Hawks trail by 7. Wallace the pass to Krejci. Here's Newell. Pass to Kennard. And here is Okongwu. Launches it. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Hornets leading by 4. Outside, Ball. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Shot left block. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Just good fundamental basketball from LaMelo. Sticking with his selection and forcing the defense there into a bad spot.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Charlotte making a switch here. Miller's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Krejci for 3. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Sexton. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And the Hornets miss again. Atlanta shooting 49% on the game. I'll take that. Newell, good.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Ball. Miller outside. There's the screen. This one for three. The offensive rebound. Here's Diabate. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one.
The previous play is under review.
You can check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Hornets lead by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
And right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so in the game for the Hawks, Wallace is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Okongwu, then it's Johnson, and it's Newell in at the power forward.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Here's Newell. Kennard for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Sexton. And here's Miller outside. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight. Wallace looking for an opening. Here's Newell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kennard for 3. Cans it from downtown.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Sexton, and there's another one for the Hornets.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Wallace against Sexton. Kennard on the wing. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, he's gotten his rhythm now. He's really looking comfortable in the second half.
Pass to Plumlee. Outside, Sexton. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Hornets lead by 6.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away.
Show some love for your honeybees.
checked in for the Hornets. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Porzingis with a screen on Sexton. Lets it go with a three. Porzingis can't hit.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
James, the bounce pass. Miller outside. Back to Sexton. 6 to shoot. Miller outside. Here's the three. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 4 assists in the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Mr. Porzingis uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's 29 points for Porzingis.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
Now, here is Miller. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, powering through the foul there. Miller showing some serious intensity.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks.
At the line for Charlotte, Miller. Shooting 1.
The Hawks trail by 10. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Alexander Walker. There's a good screen. Johnson outside. Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, that was a very well-designed set, and it resulted in a dime from Jalen Johnson.
Here's Diabate. Back to Sexton. Now Knipple. A three-pointer off the mark.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Fires from deep. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Miller outside. Sexton dishes to Miller. There's the pick. Fires the three. Atlanta with the rebound. Alexander Walker with the ball. A three from Porzingis. That shot off the mark. And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. Pass to Miller. Outside, Sexton. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Johnson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
Well, as his game matures and he adds some strength, Jalen Johnson should be able to get to the line more often.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Okongwu. And Daniels subbed in for Luke Kennard. and he can't hit the second.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson is just a do-it-all kind of guy. He can hit the three, he can create offense for his teammates, and then he gives you great effort defensively.
Now here's Porzingis, stolen by Ball. There's the lob to Bridges. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside Daniel. Johnson, the pass to Alexander Walker. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Alexander Walker. The Hawks again can't hit.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Outside, Ball. Clock at 6. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most of the would-be scorers have learned that about him.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Knipple comes in for McNeely. And it's Brandon Miller in for James. The Hawks trail by 7. Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. They set the pick. Takes the 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Spirit fans, Raptors giving away against a free t-shirt. Want to take on the free t-shirt fans? We're looking for the loudest section.
To Bridges. Now here is Miller. Outside, Ball. Shot clock at 6. Back to Miller. And here is Ball. Trying to get something going. That shot misses. Shea finds Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Atlanta. Shots good by Miller.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's covered by Ball. Screen by Porzingis. Alexander Walker passes to Daniels. Here's Shea. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
A true highlight of Shea's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. There's the lob to Bridges. Ricochet with the steal. And stolen by Miller. Outside, Ball. From outside, off the mark.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Here's Alexander Walker to take the lead. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
Assertive play by Ricochet. Not every rookie is ready to shoulder the big moment.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Atlanta?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
On the free throw, no good. Ricochet has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of. And he has made good on that pick.
And here's Atlanta. They're on a 15-5 run here. Now Porzingis. Shakes him. And oh, the lay-in, and he gets it done.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
Shooting for Atlanta, Kristaps Porzingis at the line for one.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Hornets trail by 4. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Bang! It's time to get down with your mascot. Let's groove!
Ball surveying the defense. Johnson against Bridges. Oh, what a play inside.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Here's Atlanta now. They're on an 18-7 run. Now Porzingis. Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Not gonna go. The Hornets have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Now ball. Here's Bridges. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Now Porzingis. Hits while fading away.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
Now, here's ball. He's tightly guarded. And that one falls.
And that is a big-time basket. LaMelo entered the league at 19 with such high expectations. This young man ball is used to the spotlight.
Second team foul. At the line for the Hornets. One shot.
That's good from Ball.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Here's Alexander Walker. Porzingis fires. Puts down the fadeaway kick.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
Now, here's Ball.
The nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just luck.
Third team foul. At the line for
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Porzingis.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Ball. Miller knocks down the three.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. The magnitude.
Good. And you know, if you look at Daniel's numbers, he's done a great job improving those assist totals.
Now Ball from deep. Trained from outside.
And Ball ready for these moments, showing he wants the rock in his hands. Luck.
Porzingis sets the pick for Rizachet. That one drops.
And they do have a foul to give. Throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll the ball. Now, Alexander Walker. Now Porzingis. Big-time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.